Good morning, everyone. It's June the 17th, 2024. Today, as you can see from my title, I want to bring forward some facts that I've seen on the news over the last several days. This is on the homeless being turned away from the shelters. This particular situation is in Montreal. I know it's across Canada as well. But I just want to give you what I've heard from Montreal. Apparently, according to their statistics, Montreal had an estimated 3,000 people or so on the streets. Now, after the pandemic, there's at least 5,000 people on the streets, and that's rising. And that's due to a number of factors. And I know that they gave some statistics here. Excuse me, I need my glasses here. On the women's shelter in Montreal, apparently holds up to 312 women. In May, apparently, it turned away 348 women from the shelter. In June, halfway through the month, around 145 or so. And that's just halfway through the month. And we're just halfway through the month right now. So who knows how many people women that they're going to have to turn away from the shelter. And it's believed to be due to evictions. As for the seniors, are showing up at the door, as well as the refugees trying to get into the women's shelters. And of course, if they were saying that if one spot in the shelter becomes vacant, it's filled very quickly by 12 hours later. And so we're seeing a lot of this right now. And of course, here in Ottawa, what we also see is that they have to book in to a shelter at 3 o'clock to try and make sure they have a spot for the night, so they can come in the doors at 9 o'clock and sleep overnight. So, and we're also seeing more and more of, as I said, the seniors and that are on the streets as well. So it's a continuing battle here. But I think these statistics may help part of it. Apparently they did some sort of survey around the world. It was quite a lengthy one, but I got a few of the statistics. And it's where Canada stands in the top 10. Vancouver and Toronto are impossible, unaffordable to rent or get a place or a home in these two cities here. And then a little lower on the list, Edmonton, and there was another city, I didn't get the name of it, but is one of two cities still most affordable. And Ottawa and Montreal are severely unaffordable. So this is where we're at on statistics that I just wanted to bring forward there. And the other big statistic I saw was they had a thing on, they were saying we need at least 3.5 million homes built by 2030 to even come anywhere near helping to solve this crisis. But that's a lot of houses, but it's also, I did not see statistics on affordable housing or supportive housing in this as well, or co-op housing or anything else. So this was just how many houses they felt that needed to be built, and that's only 6 years away. And once the shovel gets in the ground, it seems to take about 2 years before it's livable for people as well. So this is going to be very interesting. And I know the government, certainly the federal government, has put all kinds of plans forward to try and get this housing built as quickly as possible. But it's getting worse by the day. I've also seen another thing on the news that was talking about condos. And some of the condos are in bad shape. And this is ones that were built 35, 40 years ago that are now falling apart. So those who own those condos are a lot of seniors who are now being asked to fork out thousands of dollars in bills, sometimes $10,000 and up, to be able to repair this condo, which is going to take a lot of money. So they're expecting them to pay for it. Apparently it's in their rental or their agreements when they bought it that they would pay for repairs. So many of these seniors don't have the money either. Then they're on a fixed income that do own condos. So what are they going to do? Are they going to have to try and sell? No, nobody wants to sell if they're going to, or buy for sure, if these buildings are falling apart, and nobody can afford the expense of upkeep on them as well. So they're getting squeezed, and this is what I'm seeing everywhere across the board since the pandemic. We're all getting squeezed in different ways, and literally, because when you look at the high prices, say the grocery store, for example, with the inflation that we've got, I've seen something go up, and then, oh, that's nice, it's come down maybe $2. And then I go to another part of the grocery store, oh, and that item's gone up by $2. So it's sort of tit for tat. No matter what happens here, if it goes down in one spot, it seems to go up another spot, so you're no further ahead. And the same thing with the gas. It goes down and it goes up, and there's nothing stable right now. And these poor young people who are getting burnt out with it all, it's understandable. Like, we did not have this problem when we were baby boomers growing up, thankfully. But now we're in a squeeze. And it's really, really difficult for people to live today. So I just wanted to do a short video today with some facts, that food for thought there for people, and how do we get all this housing built as quickly as possible is another thing. And that's why I've been trying to give some suggestions for even if we can retrofit a house and put 10 people in a house as a very small shelter. At least that's 10 more people off the streets. But right now, we're really in a crisis, and I worry about, with the elections coming up, both in Canada, the States, and around the world, just how we're going to get through this. Because, of course, if a new party is put in power, all their things can be reviewed by a new party, and oftentimes these programs that are put in place by the old party are knocked out and revised, and sometimes quite often canceled. So is this going to delay this problem and make the problem even worse than what we have it now? Because that's a lot of housing when you look at it. 3.5 million houses is a lot of housing that's necessary here, even to cope with it, if we're going to even get past to 2030. So that's where we are today. And everyone, be safe, take care, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk to you again soon, and bye-bye.